Dear fellows, Assalamu alaikum. This is Hamad Ahmed with you. Before moving forward, I would like to thank all of you for your love, appreciation, motivation and encouragement to make these videos. And I'm really honored by knowing that my previous videos were useful to pass this exam. I am sure by the end of the video you will be much confident and will have learned something new in a very easy manner. So let's move to the video.
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. So let me share the notes with you first. Confidentiality. So confidentiality principle states that you will not disclose the information to the outsiders, but here the CA is using the information inside and he is reporting to whom? Audit committee, okay, to the appropriate authority to whom he is responsible to report about the CFO. Okay, confidentiality is not violated in this case because he is not giving information outside the organization or any other person or any other process owner in organization. That would be the violation of confidentiality. Okay, please keep in mind that we never give information to outsiders unless required by law. This is core of the confidentiality. In this case, he has upheld the code of ethics of integrity. CAE did not withheld information. Considering that he is a CFO, so I may get into trouble or I may collude with the CFO and we can both together do something. He did not withheld the information and he reported immediately to the appropriate authority. Always remember that the reporting line is always upward. You cannot report downward. You will not report to finance manager that CFO is doing this. Never. You will always report administratively to the CEO and functionally to the audit committee.
Principle of integrity को उसने apply किया है. Otherwise, ideally इसको करना क्या चाहिए था? What was the right way?
This was the right way which he did. उसको पता लगा कि वो पर्सनल एक्सपेंसेस जो है उसको R&D के अंदर छुपा के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को चार्ज कर रहा है, तो उसको रिपोर्ट ही करना चाहिए था. उसने वही किया.
तो फिर अपहेल्ड तो ना हुआ ना कोड ऑफ एथिक्स को, तो है कोड ऑफ एथिक्स तो अपहेल्ड ना हुआ अगर बिल्कुल यही राइट वे था. तो
अपहेल्ड का मतलब क्या होता है?
कि उसने बाईपास किया उसको कोड.
नहीं 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 नहीं. अपहेल्ड इज इक्वल टू कंप्लाइड विद और डिड द राइट थिंग.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू.
आप इसको ऑपोजिट सोच रहे थे, राइट? यानी उसकी वायलेशन कर दी है.
बिल्कुल.
आपके ज़हन में शायद ये आ रहा होगा विद हेल्ड. विद हेल्ड का मतलब है उसने छुपा के रखा. अपहेल्ड का मतलब है उसने बताया, डिस्क्लोज किया. गॉट इट? नाउ वी मूव टू नेक्स्ट स्लाइड एंड द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके, आपके पास फिर 1 मिनट है और मैं आपको ये अभी बता सकता हूँ कि आप 1 मिनट के अंदर ही इस क्वेश्चन को कर सकते हैं, लेकिन डेफिनेटली दिस स्किल विल बी डेवलप्ड इन द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम. आई विल डेवलप दिस स्किल इन यू इंशाल्लाह. Okay, I will now ask question. Kashif, what is the question?
I am reading now.
Ji Numan, can you tell me what is the question?
Going through it.
Okay. Yes, Hamza, can you please tell me?
ये 1 मिनट है, कंप्लीट मैं कर रहा हूँ.
Okay. Yes, Shahid.
Did the internal auditor violate the IAE code of ethics?
Let us give them a minute, then we will discuss again. Yes, guys, are you done?
Yes.
Again, I will ask the same question. What is the question in this question?
Did the internal auditor violate the IAE code of ethics?
Exactly. यही आंसर मुझे चाहिए था पहले. इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर जो क्वेश्चन है वो सिर्फ यही है. This is the question in this question. Okay, so you have to identify from where the question is starting and then you can go back. Sometimes what happens, you study the question and you can immediately answer, but if it is not the case, you can go back and then see the scenario, then come back. Without reading the whole question, I would first look what is the question. Did the internal auditor violate the code of ethics? Then I will study what he did. Then I will be able to immediately approach the answer. Okay, now what is the answer? Yes, Hamza.
Alpha. I do have a slight confusion with delta, but I'm more towards alpha.
Okay.
सर अल्फा नहीं बनता क्योंकि फ्रॉड का डिसीजन करना तो इसका काम नहीं है ना इंटरनल ऑडिट का.
Yes, Shahid. What is your answer? Alpha. Chief, आपका क्या आंसर था?
सर मैंने कहा कि अल्फा मेरे हिसाब से नहीं बनता वैसे, क्योंकि अल्फा में तो ये डिसाइड उसने कर लिया कि ये फ्रॉड था, तो डिसाइड करना, डिसीजन, फाइनल डिसीजन देना तो काम नहीं है ना एश्योरेंस एंगेजमेंट का.
ओके, एक दफा क्वेश्चन को दोबारा पढ़ें और फिर देखें वो क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है और आप मुझे आंसर क्या दे रहे हैं.
तो यही है कि इंटरनल ऑडिटर ने जो है वो कोड ऑफ एथिक्स की वायलेशन की है या नहीं की है.
ओके, पहले आपने ये देखना है येस और नो, वो आपको पता लगेगा पीछे जो काम किया उसकी बेस पे पता लगेगा, राइट? यू हैव टू सी येस और नो। जब आप डिसाइड करेंगे देन यू विल कम टू टू ऑप्शंस, देन यू विल चूज द आंसर। नो है तो फिर आपके पास दो ऑप्शंस रह गई, अल्फा एंड चार्ली। ब्रावो डेल्टा तो फौरन निकल गई बिकॉज यू सेड नो। द आंसर इज अल्फा। ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग डिड द इंटरनल ऑडिटर वायलेट द कोड ऑफ एथिक्स? वी आर सेइंग नो। व्हाई वी आर सेइंग नो? Because he followed up the matter with the appropriate personnel within the organization and reached a conclusion that no fraud was involved. Okay, from this scenario we are able to see that he followed up with the appropriate personnel. यहाँ तक बात ठीक है ना? within organization. The internal auditor discussed the matter with the senior management who suggested that the internal auditor seek opinion from the legal counsel. Upon review, legal counsel indicated that the practice was questionable. It was questionable but was not technically in the violation of the government contract and hence cannot be regarded as fraud as mentioned in the last part of option alpha. Based on the legal counsel's decision, what the internal auditor decided to omit any discussion of the practice in the final engagement communication sent to the senior management and the board. However, the internal auditor did informally communicate legal counsel's decision to senior management. So he did not reported this point on the final report. Why? Because the conclusion was this, that it is not a violation of the law. But he informally communicated. Hamza, here was your confusion. That he should have reported this point in the final report, but he did not report. That's why you were going to delta, right?
Yeah.
This was the confusion in your mind. But since he informed informally to the senior management, that's why it is correct, and that's why the answer is alpha. Again I will go to the previous point that he did not withheld the information. हम खुद रिपोर्ट पे भी रिपोर्टिंग के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से करते हैं, लेकिन क्वेश्चन रिपोर्टिंग पे नहीं है ना।
वो क्वेश्चन की मतलब वो पूछी कोड ऑफ एथिक्स के बारे में।
Exactly. The point is this, I want to tell you that the question is not on the reporting point. Did he report it correctly or not? This is not the question. The question is on his action. Did he followed up properly? Kashif, are you clear?
Yes.
Numan, are you clear also?
Yeah.
Okay. We are moving to next question. I can give you the answer of this question within 10 seconds. How? I will tell you.
पार्ट 1 जो है थोड़ा बहुत फेल हुआ इन्हीं वजह से, तो ये भी
No problem. Inshallah you will pass this time.
NSP आ रही है वो लास्ट में।
Okay. One answer is delta. Yes. Any other answer?
अल्फा। डेल्टा।
Hamza is also with delta.
माइन इज अल्फा।
अल्फा। 1 करोड़ होता है नुमान और हमजा का।
मैं आपको बैंक अकाउंट भेज रहा हूँ।
कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? ठीक है, उसका आंसर आपने सही दे दिया है। आपस में खुद ही डिवाइड कर लेना कैसे करना, ठीक है। देखें, आई वॉज टेलिंग यू दैट I can give you the answer of this question within 10 seconds. How? Which core principle IAS Code of Ethics do the following actions violate? If I study the first line, the internal auditor assumes operational duties. Only after reading this, I will immediately go to objectivity. That's it. Because we have studied in first lecture that internal audit department is a separate thing and management is a separate thing. So internal audit department can never assume the responsibility of being a management or in a management role. Although it is written here temporary basis, it is just a distractor. The point is he can never hold the operational responsibilities because it is management's responsibility. So after reading this, I will quickly go to objectivity, because objectivity states that you have to be unbiased and should be neutral in your work. Okay, and if you apply the same principle in the second point, the internal auditor performs an audit in a department managed by the auditor's father. If you are not able to catch from this line, you can also catch from this point that he will not be neutral because he is auditing his father's department. How he can be neutral? Got it? This was the first approach of this question. Second approach, you don't have to read all these 4 because the answer is not asking 1 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1 and 4 only. It is very straight question. All of these are violation of one principle. So if you understand or catch a point like operational duties or auditor's father, you will quickly go to objectivity. Next question you will see 1 only, like I have written here 1 only, 2 only, or 1 and 3 only, 1 and 4 only, like this. So there the question becomes complex. You have selected this and you are selecting this or is this. The confusion will be increased because of this type of question. But here it is very simple. Okay, I will also clear your confusion. We will also discuss the third one. The internal auditor managed a department. Again, the word managed is coming. We have studied that internal audit department is a separate thing and management is a separate thing. Okay, these two are separate things. This is very important with respect to exam. If anything like manages or maintains or implements or anything like this comes in the exam, it is never relevant to the internal auditor. This point is clear. Auditor's father, this was a clue here, and here assumes the operational duties. And now we come to the fourth point. The internal auditor receives a bonus based on the number of observations generated during an audit. Independence is related to the external world of the auditor. We call it undue influence. I will also try to make it clear. And objectivity is related to internal world, which is related to behavior of the auditor, behavioral norms. The point is that internal auditor receives a bonus based on the number of observations rated during the audit. In this case, his objectivity will be impaired because he will think that bonus is dependent on number of observations. So he will try to increase his bonus by bringing more number of observations, and hence he will not be able to be neutral in his work. In the last part, if you see, here no party is externally influencing an auditor. No one is saying do not report these observations, otherwise you will be kicked out of the organization. This is threat to independence. And always remember that independence and objectivity has direct relation with each other. When independence will be threatened, objectivity will definitely be impaired. If someone says, for example, in our previous exercise there was a CFO, if I tell him that you are reporting personal expenses to research and development department expenses, okay, so he says do not do this, otherwise you will see what I can do. Dasanga tanu main, theek hai? This is the threat to independence. Definitely then the objectivity will be impaired when I will do the next audit or continue with the same audit.
In the end, I would like to have your comments in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon, because whenever I will upload a video, you will have direct notification in your inbox. Stay home, stay safe, and let us make this quarantine period an effective and learning period. Take care. Bye.